The problem with the past version of ourselves is we have created everything that we've experienced, generational conditioning, trauma of our past, resentment towards our parents for not guiding us properly. And all of these things amount to something we call samskara. Samskara itself is basically like trauma or stagnant energy which is created and it sticks within the body. First, it manifests in the mind, right, in your thoughts. And then what happens is you materialize it through your emotions. So your past version of yourself is continuously materializing in the present moment. So you have a situation. Let me just use relationships for this example because we get stung on multiple occasions when we get into a new relationship. We see qualities of an individual that doesn't quite make sense. And in the present day version, we get emotional about a situation that someone displays. It's not their fault. However, you have attracted this individual into your life, and it's your choice on how you perceive to see how they are presenting themselves. If it's something that hasn't served you in the past, then it's something that you need to address within yourself. But if it's something that you can move through with this individual, then it could provide a level of growth. And if you can detach from it emotionally, you will no longer be the victim and finally the victor of just that memory, meaning that you can transmute that pain in this moment and you can fully fulfill yourself right now, and the memory will still be there, but the emotion will no longer be attached. I had a friend once and he taught me the analogy of like, over here, let's say, is a hook and there's an elastic band. And what happens is we're running and running and running and running, and then we meet that person. And what happens is the elastic band slaps us back. Now what's happening here is we're going to continuously repeat this cycle, and what we're doing is we're missing the point. That what we need to do is, instead of finding that point of resistance where it just takes us back for another cycle, what we need to do is we need to turn around, look at the hook, and see that we're stuck with an elastic band, unhook it, and then we can come back into this present day. Now, what I'm explaining right now is you need to sacrifice in exchange for something better. Everything you've suppressed, all of your pain, your trauma, your limitations, your addictions, fear. That's all it comes down to. That's all it stems to. I can make a fancy video on why these things happen, but the root cause of majority of things, I am afraid to let go of an old version of myself in order to embody a new version. Now, why is this? It's because we as humans like to stay comfortable. We like to stay in the known, which is this present day version of ourselves. However, when I say presence, being your natural state as a human, an attribute of light in a physical body, you're a man of light. You think that this version of yourself is your true self when you don't have any awareness or recollection of what's happened in the past. Our minds can be like the sky, right? The thoughts come in and the thoughts go out. We can have a cloudy mind, and we know when it's cloudy because we can't think straight. Things are out of an alignment, and without that state of awareness in order to witness the thoughts, how do you know any different from the version of yourself you're presenting yourself as right now and the version that went before, the one that embodied all the childhood trauma, the one that's stuck in the past? How do you know any different? Because you do the same shit every day. You show up as you or this version of yourself in every single moment. How do you know any different when you're constantly distracted with social media? You don't sit down to meditate, or you're constantly stimulated because you're afraid to face that version of yourself. You're afraid to sit down and go, I am here right now. Whatever comes in this eternal moment is just a manifestation of what was. And if you choose to continuously give energy to them thoughts, you will continuously manifest yourself being the version that you don't want in this present moment. We're starting to get somewhere here. Have you actually just sat down for a period of your life and witnessed your outside world? witnessed what's going on. A lot of us are not happy with the life that we have. And there's a part of us that wants to change. There's a part of us that's willing to change, but we get close and the elastic band just slaps us back. So how do we deal with this? Life is an individual experience. Let me get that clear right now. You are on your own journey and you must not compare yourself to anyone else. Because healing is based on your ability to move through what no longer serves you, to be in the unknown whilst visualizing a version of yourself you would like to be. It's important to identify where we're going. It's important not to get stuck in a place that don't exist. Learn from what was, embrace what's to come, whilst living right now. If you can't see a future whilst focusing on your present, then you've got to detach from your past in order to make room for your future self to materialize in the present moment.